We now have our keynote address, ladies and gentlemen, this evening by the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When I got the invitation, I thought I was coming to a meeting, people sitting down. Didn't realize I was coming to a fete. If I knew I was coming to a fete, I'd have had different clothes, my jeans. But since I am not in a fete, and anything I say can be used against me, especially in the season that we are, I will stick to my text. Let me recognize the managing director and all the participants and prospective investors from around the region and from St. Lucia. I'm pleased to participate in this historic investment summit for the OECS sub-region, which further supports our joint approach to deepening functional cooperation in all matters of development, including investment and capital market development. First, let me applaud the Bank of St. Lucia for taking the initiative to organize this event and congratulate you for having recorded the largest profit in the bank's history. I await the return for the government shares. Because I already need the money. So, Mr. Philip might send a check to the Accountant General at the earliest. The theme, transforming our economies through investment and capital markets, should serve as an opportunity to inform the people of the region about investment opportunities and discuss new avenues of investment. This forum can be used to promote investment as a means of wealth creation for our citizens. This event comes at a crucial time for our region, as the world grapples with the uncertainties of international geopolitics, rapid technological advancement, artificial intelligence, and the impact of climate change. In this environment, the economy of St. Lucia has experienced 3 years of sustained economic growth and is projected to continue this trend in the coming fiscal year. This growth, driven by tourism, construction, and financial services, however, the government intends to improve these numbers to overcome any shocks or possible downside effects. The economic growth of our sub-region must move beyond mere economic survival and acceptable economic ratios. Economic growth must ensure poverty reduction and improve quality of life for our citizens. To achieve this goal, our public and private sectors need to work together to build a progressive, skills and work-oriented education system, promote entrepreneurship and financial literacy, provide access to finance and technology, and create diverse investment options to ensure that all citizens have access and opportunities for wealth generation. In this competitive global environment, growth is key, but creativity, sustainability, and balance are critical components for success. These factors would apply to small and large investors alike, whether an investment comes from a salary deduction, purchase of equities, or multi-million debt instruments or buildings. I was warned in my invitation letter to speak for 20 minutes and focus on the investment landscape in St. Lucia and the OECS. I suspect the writer of the letter did not trust politicians with a mic. So I will remain, as usual, true to my mandate and say only a few words. Although sometimes I'm accused of saying I do not know. But I never profess to know everything. So I will still say I do not know, and that is why I'll be asking the investment people on advice for investment when I get my gratuity. Next year? You see the man retiring me already. St. Lucia and the OECS provide virgin territory for the creation and expansion of investment opportunities. The Bank of St. Lucia Mutual Fund is an excellent example of a recent option created to provide an avenue for investment. I understand that the fund has a portfolio of over $6 million and growing. I'm sure that with adequate promotion, management, and further promotion, the fund will grow further. The location of the Eastern Caribbean, near to many cities in North America, serves as an ideal hub for accessing regional and nearshore markets. There are a range of investment opportunities in a variety of industries, including tourism, real estate development, agro-processing, renewable energy, financial services, logistics, the blue economy, global services, and smart manufacturing. Our governments provide numerous incentives to support projects with tax concessions, duty-free importation of imports, and ease of repatriation of profits. Our nations boast of a well-educated, talented pool supporting service-oriented businesses. Additionally, investment in a one-member state offers access to the diverse and available talent of the region, with free movement of people to support our collective growth. A stable political climate and a consistent growth strategy make us an attractive destination for investment. The government is continuing to invest in developing modern infrastructure, including transportation, utilities, and communications, with reliable shipping, air freight services, and digital connectivity. A stable currency, supported by a robust regulatory environment that ensures the stability of our common currency. This framework is led by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, which reinforces monetary responsibility and ensures sufficient foreign exchange reserves for trade facilitation. It is clear that our region, with proper planning, grounded in clear strategic thinking, can serve as a new investment frontier for the traditional and for new investors. Mr. Chairman, allow me the privilege, since you are in St. Lucia, to briefly mention some of the investment opportunities in St. Lucia. Government has led the way with the creation of a sovereign wealth fund to support investments in climate adaptation and mitigation in addition to sustainable development. The Sovereign Wealth Fund is a public fund that will be managed by a board of persons with demonstrated competencies, free from political interference in relevant areas. Most importantly, the Sovereign Wealth Fund is a demonstration of our country's confidence and its desire to create savings for climate adaptation. Government hopes, by setting up the fund, to set an example to its citizens that savings and investment is the way to go. We seek to encourage investment from our citizens living in the diaspora and their children. In this regard, a second-generation automatic citizenship has been established. Later, we'll enact a Diaspora Investment Incentive Act to further encourage investment from our diaspora. There are opportunities for seaport investment in the south of the island, and government is actively seeking a partner in this regard. And this is evidenced by the expansion in our economy, which has created logistical difficulties at the Castries port and serve as fuel for things that will not be mentioned here. Apart from our one university per household program, there is a strong emphasis on technical and vocational education. We have established 4 technical vocational institutions to ensure an adequately trained workforce prepared for employment in the emerging environment. There is strong institutional organization like Invest St. Lucia, St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, Export St. Lucia, and St. Lucia Citizens Investment Board, all managed by independent boards to ensure facilitation of investors and clarity in the requirements. There are a number of ongoing new hotel investments in progress, expected to increase our room stock by 2,000 rooms in the next 3 years. One being Secrets, expected to open next month, providing 350 new rooms. These rooms provide a variety of experiences: wellness, romance, family, and beach experiences. There is also planned expansion in the BPO industry. KMT Solutions, a leading BPO firm operating in St. Lucia, is expanding its operations at the Orange Grove complex and is expected to increase employment for over 500 persons. Work has commenced on the Rodney-based city center, where a mix of hotel, residential, commercial, and recreational spaces will be available. In St. Lucia, we pay special attention to youth investment. The government has established an autonomous agency, the Youth Economy Agency, the YE, to actualize the concept of a youth economy, to provide finance, training, marketing, and mentorship for young people wishing to transform hobbies into entrepreneurship and skills into businesses. With the interest shown thus far, the youth economy can grow into a dedicated economic space for youth investments. Investment in the digital economy for the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project provides opportunities for St. Lucia and other islands in the OECS to expand and build their digital footprint and transformation to digital options. In St. Lucia, we have begun to sow the seeds of our own Silicon Valley by assisting a group of ambitious young men to set up an innovation hub called Optronics to create a working space for technology-driven businesses and startups that will create an environment for development of businesses in the technological industry. Mr. Chairman, I wish once more to congratulate the Bank of St. Lucia and say that St. Lucia is ready for investment. St. Lucia is on the path where we hope to make our island one of the best places to live, not only in the Caribbean, but in the world. I thank you very much and hope that you can enjoy St. Lucia and a successful conference. I thank you.